So welcome, and I think you all know me. I'm Kim Hess, and we're just going into this grounding. So with your eyes closed, just begin to notice the breath. Notice where you notice the breath. Using your mind's eye, just quickly scan through the body, noticing what you notice. And then resting your awareness on the breath. We're going to go into a three-part breath. So what we're going to do is breathe in for a count of 4, retain the breath for a count of 4, and exhale for a count of 4. So when you're ready, actually, we're going to do it together. So breathe, breathe, breathe. And let's inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Retain the breath. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Retain. And exhale. Do 2 more of those. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Inhale. Retain. And exhale. And then just allow your breath to return to its normal, natural rhythm. And take 1 deep, deep breath in. Exhaling with an audible sigh. And gently open your eyes when you're ready. And so just really quickly, what we're going to go through this evening is we're going to talk about actually what winter solstice is, kind of an overview of it and what it means to you, why this winter solstice is so meaningful. And I know Kitty and I were talking too, it's like everybody knows about the great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn, but there are 2 more, almost even more powerful events that are happening besides those 2 on this day. We're going to go into the art of intention setting, and we're actually going to do some work tonight. So we're going to get a kickstart on our intention setting for the upcoming year. You will experience a full Yoga Nidra session. And we're going to talk about what Yoga Nidra is and how that all ties in and why I love doing Yoga Nidra on the winter solstice. And then also we're going to talk about how some essential oils tie into all of these practices and how we can use the oils to enhance our practices. All right. So real quick, just a little bit, most of you know pretty much who I am, but I am Kim Hess. I have been teaching yoga and meditation for well over 20 years now, which blows my mind. And I've been a life coach for quite a few years now. I started my transformational training 26 years ago. So I've been in this biz for a long time, and it's a constant journey. Every day is a new lesson, every day is a new challenge, every day is a new celebration. And that's the beauty of transformational work and using everything and pulling everything in together. I am also a mama of two amazing grown children, a nana of two amazing younger children, and I'm a sailor. I'm a captain. I used to charter or captain charters in the Florida Keys, and I've chartered in the BVI and Tahiti all over. And I'm looking forward to getting back into that again once it's safer to travel. Super excited about that. And so that's who I am. So I would like now to hear from each of you and tell me who are you? How do you identify yourselves? It's interesting the different stages in life we're all in. And one thing that I've been feeling the power of today, the energy of today for a few days now, actually all the last week since the new moon on last Monday. And sometime last week, I can't remember what day it was, but I had this like flash of, okay, I'm going to be 60 in June. Oh, I know what it was. I had a meditation I was listening to on impermanence, and basically life is short, kind of was the message, right? And it hit me that I'm going to be 60 in June. And I'm thinking, okay, well, how many years do I have left? And what am I going to do with those years? And I started out kind of thinking, okay, well, I'm going to plan. It's like, okay, 20 years. And then at 80, I'll just retire and let things happen. And over the last few days, and then this morning, I sat down and the last 2 days, I've been really being intentional and in doing the work that you guys are going to do tonight. And this morning, my exercise for myself was I planned out my 100th birthday party and everything in between. It's like I planned, okay, this is what I'm going to do on my 60th, my 70th, my 80th, and my 100th. And then these are the things I'm going to do in those decades in between those milestone birthdays. So it was really fun. So it's like now I'm like so excited. I mean, it's just this whole doing all of this work, it's just got me so fired up. And I've got to just stay focused here because I could go on and on talking about how excited I am about all this stuff. So as we get going, I first want to introduce some of the oils I use to do this type of work. And if Kitty, did you do the new moon ceremony? No, you did the full moon ceremony with me, right? Full moon, yeah. All right, so they're kind of the same. So there's like 3 stages to doing a ceremony, and the first one is preparing your space. So when you do intentional work or releasing work, you want to create a space that is inviting for the work. So that could be an altar. As you can see behind me, my entire fireplace is an altar. It can be even just like if you're doing work, because we do such visual or such virtual work now, creating, when you know you're going to be doing a ceremony like this, creating an altar around your computer. And if you're at your computer, like Jennifer, I know you work there, that you've got, I'm sure if you look on your desk around your computer, you've got things that are meaningful to you. There are things around it. Sharing this space is really important. And using the oils I like to use for preparing the space is Purify and Clary Sage. Purify is a blend that is for purification. So it helps to just kind of clear out this space. It cleanses the space. And Clary Sage, which is what I've got in my diffuser tonight, I've got Clary Sage and Let's See. And the clary sage is for clarity and vision. So that's a really good one for manifesting and intention setting, because the clary sage brings forth clarity and vision and helps to induce that. For meditation or yoga nidra, anything like that, even sometimes with my restorative yoga, my go-to is frankincense. Frankincense is hands down the best. Frankincense is the oil of truth. And so it allows you to open up to the truth that is inside of you. And then for intention setting, manifestation, two of my favorites is Litsi, which is an oil that is just comes out. We were very lucky to have it in, when was it, Karen? September, October? So, I can't remember. I think October, I think we got it. It was the oil of the month. And it is the oil of manifestation. And it is like, oh my God, it's amazing. So I actually have a roller now that I meditate with that is frankincense and Litsi. So it's manifesting the truth right then and there. And wild orange is another great one. Wild orange is the oil of abundance. Cool. So yeah, if you're manifesting, intention setting, wild orange is the oil of abundance. So it brings in that feeling of abundance, whatever it is you are working on creating. So if you have any of those oils handy, you might want to grab them and have them handy for what we're going to be doing tonight. I've got, like I said, the clary sage in my diffuser right now. I also sprayed my room with sage and cedarwood spray just to help purify. And then I've got my Litsi and frankincense here that I'll be using as we go in, even though I'm not doing the work per se. I'm actually going to do some work alongside of you while you guys are working. So those are the oils that I like to use for this type of work. So the next thing I want to talk about is, before we get into the meat of tonight, is the psychology of the seasons and the moon phases. So with each moon phase, we've got 4 moon phases and we have 4 seasonal phases, right? 4 seasons, I should say. So looking at the moon cycles, the moon phases, the 4 are emergence, which is coming out of the new moon. So right now, this past week, it has been the week of emergence. And emergence is the week of planning and preparation and planting seeds. And then after today is the last quarter moon, or the first quarter moon. Yeah. And next week, we'll be going into the rhythm of success. So this is the week, the phase of action. This is when we take those plans and we take action on those plans. We plant the seeds. The action week is when we nurture the seeds and water the seeds and make sure and weed the seeds. And so after the rhythm of success, which is the week prior to the full moon, we hit the full moon. And then after that is emission. So this is the week of completion. And then after that last quarter moon leading up to the new moon is called into the darkness. So we're getting ready to come into that dark phase of this moon cycle. And that is the week to reflect, to rest, to organize, take that time to do this, okay? So we've got this every month. Every single month, we've got these 4 phases. Working with the psychology of the seasons, we have the same 4 phases within each season. So the last 3 months, we have been in the into the darkness phase. I don't know if you're like me. I really had to catch myself, because I've actually been working with the psychology of the seasons for a while, but I got into October, November, and I started judging myself because I didn't want to do anything but rest and reflect. I still wanted to work on my business, but it was a different focus. And so once I realized, it's like, oh, this is that season. And I surrendered to that intuitive part of me that said, no, this is the time of year to reflect, to look back, right? So today we're at the winter solstice. So we're moving into the season of emergence. This is the season of planning, of preparation, of setting those in, setting your intentions, getting all this lined up for the upcoming year. There are no accidents that people have New Year's resolutions during the season of emergence. All right. It's just, we need to take action on those. So we've got the same 4 cycles every month and the same cycles every year. So this is very powerful. And because we are in the week of emergence and we're for the moon cycle and entering the season of emergence, coming up with the seasons, very, very powerful time right now. And this is one reason why the winter solstice is so powerful. It is because it not only is the beginning of the phase of emergence, but it's the end of the darkness where we're here in the northern hemisphere. This is the shortest day of the year. And long ago, when people didn't know, back, even in caveman days, they considered this day so important because going on their beliefs, the days kept getting shorter, the sun kept going away, and the days kept getting shorter. And when they didn't know what was happening, they, worried that it would just, keep getting lower and lower, and it would be dark and life would end. So as the winter solstice came and it shifted, and then the days started getting longer, it was a time for celebration. Right? So everybody was like, yes, the light has come. So it's very symbolic in that, and in that the light is coming back. And it's important because when we set our intentions with the winter solstice, we plant those seeds, they can grow just like the days grow. The light gets stronger, the light gets longer, and it brings us closer to our goals in that respect. So using the power of the new moon, which was last Monday, so we're in a waxing moon. So especially this next week is going to be super, super powerful because we've got the waxing moon. So we've got that energy, plus we have the energy of the winter solstice and all that this specific winter solstice is bringing to us. So this next week is going to be super, super, super powerful for intention setting and getting things ready for the upcoming year or beyond the year. So again, this is considered a growth phase. Most farmers will plant their seeds on the new moon. They start preparing and stuff to plant seasonally as well. And if you think about it, when we can work with the seasons, work with the moon cycle, work with nature, it just makes sense because in nature, absolutely no energy is wasted. I mean, nature is a well-oiled machine, if you will. And so if we follow its example and work with that energy, it makes things a lot easier. And so we can look at the manifestation flow, which I talk about in my new moon ceremonies, creating clear intention, taking aligned action, then we get our desired results. And of course, in there, there's other layers as well, like commitment and adaptation and reflection and all of that as part of the manifestation flow. But that's the basic formula for it. And so, and if you want to get deeper into that formula and creating things, and Karen, I'm so excited to share this with you. I've got a few things coming up this season. Really quick, I'll talk a little bit more about them at the end of this evening. But I do have a 2-part 8-week program that starts in mid-January. That the first 4-week program is the VIP vision casting. So the VIP will examine your values, your identity, and your purpose. And those 3 build upon the other to develop your vision for your future. And so those, setting that, coming to the vision, we'll take a week off, and then we'll go right into the manifestation flow, which is taking that vision and breaking it down, the how-tos, how we're going to do this, and setting your intention and how you're going to reach that vision. All right, so we're really going to dive deep into that on that 2-part 8-week program. And if you are in the studio, my online studio, both of those are free as part of this online studio. You can purchase them separately, or I've got a 6-month program that is beyond, that's coming up starting like in the next couple of weeks. And those are also part of that program. So there's lots of different ways to get in there. The winter solstice for 2020, huge, huge, huge. This is a trifecta of events that are occurring along with the winter solstice. So the first one, everybody's been hearing about the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. They've come together, and this is huge. It's a 20-year conjunction. So every 20 years this happens. The reason this one is so special is because it's been almost 400 years since it's been this close to the Earth. So this is why it is so easy to see it if you're not covered with clouds. So we've got the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, which we're going to talk a little bit more about what that means in a little bit. We also have, and this is the thing I'm really excited about, a 200-year great mutation. So what this means is every 200 years, when Jupiter and Saturn conjunction, this series moves into a different element. So this one right now, we are shifting from earth to air. So being a double Gemini with Taurus rising, I've got a lot of air in me. And so I am super stoked about this. Talking to my mentor, Mina, this morning, she has like almost all earth, and she's kind of freaking out just a little bit. So depending on what's in your sign and what elements make you up, it's going to be a shift and stuff. So being a lot of air right now, this mutation is super exciting for me. And also the third in the trifecta is that this Jupiter and Saturn conjunction is happening at 0 degrees of Aquarius. So we are entering that new golden age, the age of Aquarius. Today, we're at 0H. And so this and the age of Aquarius is light and more freestyle, a little bit more open and stuff. Going back to the elements, the earth element favors, it's like the accumulation of wealth and power in controlled settings. And air is more free and artistic and creative and intellectually expressive. And so it's shifting from almost the masculine to the feminine. And the Last time this conjunction was in the air sign was 1226. So it's been almost 800 years. So every 800 years it shifts there. So there is a lot with that trifecta, there is a lot of new beginning energy. This is the time for new beginnings all the way around. I'm going to go a little bit deeper into some of the astrology stuff. Now, I'm going to preface this with acknowledging that I am not an expert in astrology in any way, shape, or form. I'm learning. I'm enthralled by it. I've been, or the Celtic holidays for that matter, I have celebrated the seasonal marks, the solstices and equinoxes now for on and off for 20 years, each year researching and studying each one, and praise God for the internet, for the source of abundance that is out there. So for this particular transition, the things that stood out to me in my research, and you may or may not resonate with these, I picked three main things. And I'm just going to read this. The sun, where is it? The sun is in Capricorn. So for the next month, this can help you feel more mature and responsible. You plan your work and work the plan. You manage your time well and are more productive. Another thing that stuck out with me is that the more open you keep your heart, the more you'll feel the energy of the cosmos. So we're getting into there's a lot of intuition that is coming into this time, all these alignments. And so if you choose, this can help you align more easily with whatever service the universe asks of you. The third and final one is depending again on where you are and where your signs are and everything, that some challenges might come up. It might stir up some old wounds and traumas. So be prepared and be open to doing your shadow work. And if anybody needs support with that, I am a shadow work lover. So there could be some of that. So 3 positive expressions of coming into the Uranus Aquarius archetype that we want to really remember is to embody and express your unique human self. We're all individuals. We all have our individual gifts, and really, really honor that. And follow your intuitive hits and serve others using those special gifts that you most love to use. So a lot of us have gifts that we can use and work, and we offer them. But if you don't love to do it, don't do it. Choose the services that you love to do the most, that are unique to you, right? So again, there may be some challenges that pop up just to try to clean out. So if anything in your outer life that isn't optimized for your sole purpose, those things might kind of bring up and create some chaos and disarray. So really be open to seeing when it's time to release and heal what you can fix. So release what's no longer serving you and heal what you need to release. Internally, again, depending on what you're feeling inside and what your signs and stuff are, you might feel anxious, agitated, nervous, or irritable. Or you might be on the flip side, like me, who's got a lot of air, just like super on fire, super stoked, super pumped. So what is your role in all of this? So the deal is astrological events are neutral events. It's what you do with what's happening is what you can create. There are a number of people that don't acknowledge the winter. So half the people in the world, in our country especially, don't even winter solstice. What's that? What's that mean? We focus on Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever. They don't even understand the importance of this holiday. So depending on where you go with it, so really use your imagination and, ask yourself, what life affirming, awe inspiring world can you create? Because the world is in your hands. How can you manifest a more amazing reality in your life right now? So as we go into our workshop, when we're going to actually be working, let your imagination go and ask yourself, are you using your special gifts and talents in ways that make you happy, in ways that delight you, in order to serve the collective? So trusting your own inner wisdom, those intuitive knowings that resonate, the things that you can feel it in your bones and your gut. This is your most reliable guidance system. Not what society says to do, not what you think you should do. Trust your gut, listen to your gut, so that your higher self really sends down the messages you need to hear. And it's learning how to tap into that intuition and utilize it. And this is where the Yoga Nidra comes in. So Yoga Nidra it's a system thousands of years old that is used to induce complete physical, mental, and emotional relaxation. I first did a Yoga Nidra practice, so many years ago, I can't even remember, 15 years ago or more. And as soon as I did that first practice, I'm like, I'm teaching this, I'm sharing this. This is phenomenal. And so since that time, it has come into my regular yoga practice, and I started studying it and started teaching it. And I was teaching it at a resort in Miami Beach, and people kept saying, because I had people visiting, it's like, do you have this on DVD or a CD that we can take home with us? So I had enough people asking me that. So actually at that time, it was before digitizing was easy. I actually had hard copies. I had CDs, and now it's still on iTunes. It's called Waves of Change, and it's still up there today. Yoga is a word that means union or one-pointed awareness, and Nidra is a Sanskrit word that means sleep, but it's a conscious sleep, not the kind of sleep we do at night. So it's very different there. It takes you into a state, that threshold between sleep and wakefulness, which is a very, very powerful space. There's so many benefits of doing Yoga Nidra. You can help develop your memory, increase your knowledge and creativity, and use it for transformational purposes, which is the focus of using it with the winter solstice. This is a place where we can actually influence our unconscious mind. So Swami Satyananda Saraswati says, the practice of Yoga Nidra enables one to receive intuitions from the unconscious mind. The intuitions received in Yoga Nidra enable one to find within themselves the answers to all problems. One's true nature and integrity manifests, enabling them to live a meaningful and peaceful life in any environment. So Yoga Nidra is an intention-driven practice. So part of the work we're going to be doing before we go into the Yoga Nidra is to create a sankalpa or intention. So we ask, we always have to ask why. Why live with intention? Why is that important? And the bottom line is you either live with intention or you just drift through life. You let life happen to you. It's like, I like to say, it's like you either make shit happen or shit's going to happen to you. And I don't know about you, but I know there are many phases in my life. Actually, most of the phases up until this point have been drifting. And it's not a great thing. It's not a great thing to drift. Living with intention allows us to be prepared for obstacles and opportunities because we're aware of where we are and what is happening. Now, living with intention doesn't mean you have one path and you're going. There's always that room for flexibility and movement and flow. But the bottom line is it allows you to be the creator of your destiny, right? In order to be the creator of your destiny, you have to know where you're going. I mean, nobody's going to go say, I'm going to drive to, okay, I'm in Boise, Idaho right now. Say, I'm going to drive to Miami and just get in my car and hope for the best. I'm going to pull out my map and I'm going to see which, there's many different routes to get there. I'm going to see which route is going to best serve me in that moment. So living intentionally is like having a map of your life and figuring out how to get there now. So how can we use this great conjunction to our advantage during this time? The great conjunction is the great way. It's a time that we are able to release those old habits, things that are no longer working for us. And so we can move forward because it's like having that glass of water or milk. I like to use the analogy of sour milk. You're not going to take fresh milk, that all those new things you want, and pour it into a half-filled glass of sour milk, or all of it's going to be sour. You've got to dump that old milk out, wash the cup, and then you can fill it up with the fresh milk, right? If we just bring in new good habits on top of the bad habits, the things that aren't working, nothing's going to work. It just goes crazy. So we're going to use this conjunction using the expansive nature of Jupiter and the structure of Saturn. So Jupiter is bringing that expansiveness in. Saturn is very structured and organized. And so this is a great team that can help us accomplish something that we've always felt like it's been out of reach before, but now it's within our grasp. It's there, we can do it. So as we go into our work tonight, for the best results, I'm going to invite you to choose a really big, really juicy goal that's been calling to you for a while. All right. And then you're going to spend as much time in 2021 working towards this. And I'm going to walk you through what we're going to do and everything. So this is the great opportunity because Jupiter and Saturn both have to do with professional achievements. It's a great time to channel this energy and this intention setting towards career success. So it's really great for that, whatever that looks like for you. And just the energy of this whole time is going to be the kind of energy that is going to allow you to achieve this bigness. That's going to, like, when you get there, your friends are going to be bringing champagne over to celebrate with you because it's going to be wow. So before we get into intention setting, and actually part of intention setting is we are going to begin that process of emptying out that sour milk. So I thought we would do that by sharing tonight. So I want you to bring to mind 2 or 3 things. We don't have to get real specific. We're not going to focus a lot of time and energy on what we're releasing, but I want to bring it in because that release is part of intention setting. So whatever pops up, 2 or 3 things, beliefs, behaviors, bad habits, whatever pops up, we don't need to go into a lot of explanations or anything, just because we don't want to give these any more energy than they already have taken from us. So just boom, 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 share whatever pops up for you, beliefs, behaviors, bad habits that you no longer need, that no longer serve you. Let's come back. I'm assuming everyone has journal handy and ready to go. So what I'm going to ask of you tonight is just to choose one area of your life to focus on tonight for this thing. And then I encourage you to, over the next few days, to do this same process with every area of your life. And what I've been looking at for myself is looking at like my financial health, my physical health, my mental and emotional health, the things that focus on the self, because what I believe is that when my self is healthy in all of my domains that is about me, my relationships are going to naturally just fall into place. Does that make sense? Yeah. So pick one area of your life to focus on for tonight's exercise. And then you can repeat this. Oh, and again, this week, you've got all week to get these intention sets, get these seeds planted. It's a brilliant week to do it. So what we're going to do is, and I really want you to just really listen to that intuition. Whatever pops up into your head first, go with that. Really listen. So as you begin to journal, and I'm going to tell you how we're going to journal in just a minute. So we're going to be very specific. You're going to get very creative. You're going to trust. You're going to allow yourself to dream. We're going to get into that feeling space. So we're really going to embody what we're doing here. And then we're going to pull in the gratitude aspect. So what we're going to do is use this new method of journaling that I discovered about 3 weeks ago now, that I'm doing every single morning, and it's phenomenal. So in the journaling we'll do tonight, you're going to declare. So you're going to make a declaration. And what I would like to see you do is imagine that we're on December 20th, 2021. So it is a year from now. You're going to make a declaration of this is my life. This is what is going on in this domain of my life. And it's just one declaration, one sentence. It can be a long sentence, whatever. And then you're going to embody it. So this is when you're really going to get into that feeling space. You're going to feel it. What does it feel like emotionally? Are there any smells? What are the sights? What do you see? What happens when you get up in the morning? And this is, how are your behaviors? What do you do? And I just really encourage you to just write, just free flow, write, free flow, just whatever's coming up, and it's like just statements, positive statements. This is happening, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. So you're going to embody it. This is what I see. This is what I'm doing. These are my actions. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm smelling. This is what I'm eating, whatever it is that comes up. And let the flow happen. Let your intuition guide you. And you might be surprised at what comes out. I've been really surprised doing this method of journaling. It's been crazy. And then fill the page down to just a little bit. And or if you've got small page, I use like a regular notebook size thing. And so I can fill a page, a full page in, we're just going to go like 5 minutes. So you're just going to fill that page. If you've got a smaller notebook, take 2 or 3 pages. The last part is to appreciate this. So this is where the gratitude comes in. So you're going to declare, this is what's going on. This is what I have achieved. This is what my life looks like. having this happened. And this is why I'm grateful for this in my life. All right. So let's start to go. We're going to go about 5 minutes or so. I'm going to start up some music. So declare, embody, and appreciate. We'll go a couple more minutes. All right, start to wrap it up. If you're not complete, that's okay. You can complete it after we're done. And again, I really encourage you to do this with all the domains in your life. Okay. So as we begin the Yoga Nidra practice, you will be asked to set your sankalpa or an intention, because like I said, Yoga Nidra is an intention-driven practice. And so I'm going to have you take your declaration now and condense it into a short phrase that you can embody, and that's very easy to remember, that you can use as your sankalpa for the Yoga Nidra. So take that declaration, and if it does happen to be a longer one, like my declarations sometimes are extensive, kind of condense it into a present tense, simple worded statement or phrase that you can use for the sankalpa. And then we are going to go ahead and get set up and get ready to go into the Yoga Nidra. So wherever you are, go ahead and get comfortable, flat on the floor or your bed. And again, if you have a tendency to get cold, go ahead and cover yourself up with a blanket ahead of time, because you are going to want to not move throughout this entire practice. If you have something you can use to support your neck or under your knees, a pillow under your knees or anything, so you're as comfortable as you can get. Just make sure you can hear me clearly. And we're just going to lie down on the back and just get as comfortable as possible. You know, want your feet apart. So we're basically in Shavasana, whether it's supported Shavasana or not. So the feet are about mat width apart if you're on a mat. With your arms at your sides, just slightly away from the body, with the palms face up in a gesture of receipt. Just adjusting your blanket or any props, your clothes. Getting all the wiggle worms out, because we really want to practice the Yoga Nidra without moving and also with no physical discomfort. Allow your eyes to close, and we'll keep the eyes closed throughout the practice. So the practice of Yoga Nidra is the act of hearing and the act of feeling. In Yoga Nidra, you function on the level of awareness and the level of listening. In dreams, you have no control. In Yoga Nidra, you are the creator of the dream. Say to yourself now mentally, I will not sleep. I shall only listen to Kim's voice. So repeat to yourself again, I will not sleep. Just give yourself some time to become calm and steady. And take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, feel a calmness spreading throughout the entire body. As you breathe out, feel the body opening and settling. Allow the body to completely relax. Yoga Nidra is not something you do, it is something you feel. It's essentially sleep with a slight sense of awareness. As you follow my directions, just allow them to wash over you effortlessly. There is nothing to reach for, nothing to accomplish. Just simply relax and remain aware. So just become aware of any distant sounds. Move your attention from sound to sound, listening only. You don't need to search out sounds nor analyze them. Just bring your attention closer. Develop an awareness of the room you are in, the walls, the ceiling, your body lying on the floor. And this is done with your eyes closed. See your body lying on the floor. Become aware of your physical existence. Concentrating now on your body as a whole. Begin to notice the breath. Notice the natural breath as it flows easily in and out of your body. Breathing in and breathing out as slowly and calmly as possible. If you happen to notice any outside sounds other than my voice, just hear them. If you feel sensations within the body, just feel them. Observe them without trying to change them. Just remain aware and continue to slow and refine your breath. As you continue to shape long, slow breaths, notice your body and mind becoming one. If you notice your mind wandering, just watch it. Remind yourself that for this time we have together, all you have to do is become carefree. There's nothing to accomplish, no problems to solve, just be. And remember that part of you is peace. Through long, slow breaths, body and mind are settling more and more deeply into a rhythm of effortlessness. Begin to notice the body giving into the pull of the earth. Notice the breath becoming even calmer and smoother. And as the breath becomes quiet, the mind and body slip into a rhythm of deep and healing rest. Feel your body opening to earth, gravity softening the entire body. Feel your facial muscles relax, the jaw, tongue, and lips all relaxed. Even your eyes soften into their sockets. Sense a nurturing tone to your surroundings, a growing sense of peace. Your body opens effortlessly to earth. So before we begin the actual practice of Yoga Nidra, you'll set your intention or sankalpa. A sankalpa is a short resolve. You've already done this. A sankalpa creates new life-affirming direction. Coupled with Yoga Nidra, it allows you to gather all of your potential powers to accomplish whatever end or goal you desire. To plant the seeds of your sankalpa, create a feeling of gratitude, a deep and complete feeling of gratitude. If intention is the seed, Gratitude is the ideal soil, the most fertile soil for blossoming your dreams. So at this moment, feel grateful for everything that has led you to now. Grateful for all actions, events, decisions, and people that have led you to the present moment. Grounded in a feeling of gratitude, mentally repeat your sankalpa clearly and with conviction several times. At the same time you say these words, see and feel the outcome you desire. You should feel a certain happiness or satisfaction, even love for the very thing you hope to achieve. Repeat the exact words of your sankalpa precisely and with absolute certainty that your resolve is reality. Feel this permeate your mind, body, and the deepest recesses of your being. And give thanks. Now I will guide you through a systematic scan of points throughout the body. One by one, I will take your consciousness to various parts of your physical body. At the same time, you will visualize each part and repeat its name mentally. You're not going to make any physical movement. You're only going to move the consciousness. As I guide you through these points, don't try to concentrate. Just be aware and relax. Move your awareness to your right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the right hand, back of the hand, right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right chest, waist, hip, buttock, right thigh, hamstring, knee, calf muscle, right ankle, heel, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe. Bring your awareness to the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Move your awareness now to your left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the left hand, back of the hand, left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left chest, waist, hip, buttock, left thigh, hamstring, knee, calf muscle, left ankle, heel, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe. Bring your awareness to the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Now bring your attention to the top of the head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right nostril, left nostril, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, upper abdomen, navel, lower abdomen, right groin, left groin, right thigh, left thigh, right knee, left knee, right ankle, left ankle, right toes, left toes, right sole, left sole, right heel, left heel, right ankle, left ankle, right calf muscle, left calf muscle, back of the right knee, back of the left knee, back of the right thigh, back of the left thigh, right buttock, left buttock, right hip, left hip, the whole spine, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head. Take your awareness inside now. Become aware of the brain. The brain, the nasal passage between the nose and the throat, the tongue, the teeth, the roof of the mouth, right eardrum, left eardrum, the throat, the right lung, the left lung, the heart. Feel the heart by concentrating on the heartbeat. The stomach, which is above the navel towards the left side. The liver, above the navel towards the right. The right kidney, the left kidney. All of your internal organs. Become aware of all of your internal organs. Now become aware of the entire right leg, the left leg, both legs together, the right arm, the entire left arm, both arms together, the whole head, the entire back side of the body. Become aware of the entire back side of the body, the entire front side of the body, the right side of the body. Settle your awareness only on the right side of the body. Now the left side of the body, the top half of the body, the bottom half of the body. Now become aware of the entire body together, the entire physical body. Bring your attention to the natural quiet breath. Become aware that you are breathing. Feel the flow of your breath in and out of your lungs. Do not try to change the rhythm. The breathing is natural, automatic. You are not doing this. There's no effort. Just maintain awareness of your breath. Just complete awareness of the breath. Now concentrate your awareness on the movement of the abdomen. Focus on the belly. Your belly is rising and falling slightly with each breath. And with each and every breath, it expands and contracts. Concentrate on this movement in connection with the rhythm of your breath. Remain aware. Now concentrate on each breath as it enters and exits the nostrils. The natural breath flows through both nostrils. Become aware of both breaths entering each nostril separately and simultaneously. Now concentrate on each breath and imagine you are now breathing through alternate nostrils. In through one nostril and out through the other. Continue this awareness. In through one nostril, out through the other, and reverse the flow. Maintain this awareness and begin counting each breath with full attention. We will count backwards from 54. Inhale one nostril, 54. Exhale the opposite nostril, 54. Inhale, 53. Exhale, 53. Continue counting and breathing to 0. If you lose count, begin again. Breathing and counting. Total awareness. Stop counting now and remain aware of the breath only, flowing smoothly in and out through both nostrils. Total awareness. No sleeping. Now I want you to become aware of the heaviness of the physical body. The body is becoming heavier and heavier. Become aware of heaviness in each part of the body. The feet, calves, knees, thighs, buttocks, back, abdomen, chest, shoulders, arms, hands, head, eyelids, the whole body. The whole body has become so heavy that you're unable to move any part. You're unable to raise even an eyelid. Feel the heaviness as the whole body sinks into the earth. Now manifest the experience of lightness in the body. Your body was heavy. Now it is light. Feel the entire body becoming lighter and lighter, as if it were completely weightless. The body is so light as a piece of cotton. Experience the sensation of lightness throughout the entire body. Imagine the body so light that it is floating just above the floor. Now visualize the whole body lying on the floor, completely relaxed and tranquil. Feel your body becoming very hot. Experience the sensation of heat throughout the body. Recall the feeling of being very, very hot. Create the sensation of heat now. Feel the sensation of heat exactly as you have experienced it in the past. Now reverse the feeling. Shivering, you experience the feeling of cold. Imagine standing outside in an icy wind wearing only thin clothing. Your body feels chilled to the bone. Create the sensation of cold within your consciousness. Now recollect the experience of pain. Any kind of pain you've experienced in your life. Any physical, mental, or emotional pain. Remember that pain. Feel that pain. Make the experience of pain as clear as possible. Deepen your awareness and feel that pain intensely, as if you were experiencing it for the very first time. Continue to concentrate on this experience of pain. Recall now the experience of pleasure. Any pleasure. Concentrate and remember the feeling of pleasure. It may be according to your sense of touch, smell, taste, hearing, or sight, or any kind of mental pleasure. Recall that pleasure and develop it into an intense, ecstatic experience. Check that you're awake real quick. Make sure you're not sleeping. Say to yourself, I am awake. And now think of an ocean. Think of a dark blue ocean and become aware of the waves. This ocean lies within inner space, and the rolling waves represent sleep, the manifesting unconscious state of your mind. Visualize this state of consciousness within you, like waves on an ocean. Above is a beautiful blue sky, and below is the vast ocean with infinite waves. The manifesting process of consciousness. Now withdraw your mind and concentrate on the space in front of your closed eyes. Imagine before you a transparent screen through which you can see infinite space, a space that extends as far as the eyes can see. Concentrate on this dark space and become aware of any images that may manifest within it. Whatever you see is the manifesting state of your mind. Don't try to analyze what you see or hold on to any images. Simply watch as if you were watching a movie. Continue your awareness of the space, but do not become involved. Practice detached awareness only. Continue in awareness of the breath and make sure you are not sleeping. I am now going to name a few images. I want you to intensify your imagination and develop a vision of them on all levels. Feeling, awareness, emotion, imagination, as best you can. You should move as fast as I do, allowing your mind to move from image to image. Burning candle, endless desert, Egyptian pyramid, torrential rain, snow-capped mountains, temple at sunrise, a wolf howling at the moon, a couple walking hand in hand, children laughing, a meadow full of wildflowers, a coffin beside a grave, birds flying across the sunset, red clouds drifting, stars at night, the full moon, wind from the sea, waves breaking on a deserted beach, the restless sea, the eternal restless sea. Now it is time to recall your resolve or sankalpa. Repeat it exactly as you did at the beginning of your practice. Do not change it. Repeat it to yourself with full awareness and feeling. Become aware of your breathing. Become aware of the natural breath. Maintain this awareness of the breath and gradually deepen the breath. Make it stronger. Extend your awareness of the breath to every part of the body. As you inhale, feel the life-giving force permeate your entire body. Take a long, slow, deep breath and become aware of your relaxed body. Become aware of your physical existence. Develop awareness of your body, deeply relaxed, lying on the floor. Without opening your eyes, externalize your attention. Visualize the surrounding room. Develop an awareness of your surroundings, the floor beneath you, the room you're in. Now begin making small movements in preparation for sitting up. Keeping your eyes closed, take a few deep breaths and stretch yourself from head to toe. Take your time, there's no hurry. When you're ready, sit up slowly and open your eyes. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Yeah, the great thing about Yoga Nidra is it taps it, because of the science of it, it taps into different areas of the brain and it helps balance the two hemispheres of the brain. And it stimulates the brain by the different exercises. And each Yoga Nidra is different. This is just one of them. Actually, you did the long practice that I recorded. And but each time I do them, there's different exercises and different things to do. So the brain is stimulated in different ways, which helps with the manifesting process and helps bring that unconscious up. So it's an amazing practice. And so once we set an intention for ourselves, that's just step one. right? We don't get to just set an intention, set it down, and go about our business and assume it's going to happen. The next step is to get to work, and that takes that finding the aligned action and figuring out, what do I get to do some reverse engineering. It's like, okay, this is my intention, this is my goal, and then reverse engineer that to break it down to small little daily baby steps to get there. And so again, I mentioned earlier the VIP vision casting I've got coming up starting in January. The manifestation flow program will start right after that. And so I've got those two things coming up. I'm also looking for 10 beta, I call them beta fish, beta people to support me in creating a new project. It's a 6-month project, and I'm calling it Return to Health. So it doesn't matter where you are starting, or if you're talking about your physical health, your mental, emotional health, your financial health, whatever health area that you want to work on, we're going to work on it. And it'll be a 6-month program with daily inspiration, weekly emails. It's going to include education in whatever area you're working on. You're going to create your own set of guidelines, whatever that looks like. With my support, we'll have a monthly private call, weekly group calls, and I'm going to do what it takes to make sure you reach your goal in 6 months. And so if you're interested in that, just so you know where this came from, is I came to the realization a couple of weeks ago, the harsh realization that I was avoiding the truth that this little bit of extra weight I've been carrying is here to stay unless I make some major changes. Because this is not me. This is the result of the trauma I had lived with and the chronic stress I was living with. And so when I thought about, it's like my 60th birthday is in June. So my goal is to be at my weight that I was on my 50th birthday. And so my deal working with this 6-month thing is going to be to lose weight. Now, not everybody has to do that. I'm also, if somebody has at their great weight, I talked to one woman she's like, I don't have any weight to lose. I feel fine about my weight, but I would like to just get healthier overall, increase my energy levels and whatnot. So whatever, you're looking at, and within that will also be, you've got the VIP vision, all of that's going to be part of that 6-month program. In addition to, and we're kicking it off with I just lost my brain. We're kicking off the 6 months with a cleanse and restore. So we're also going to be looking at all the domains. So no matter what your goal is, we're going to be incorporating all the different domains. And so we'll have the cleanse and restore to start everything off, kick everything off while we're fine tuning what your goals and intentions are for this 6-month period. So if you're interested in that, we can set up a conversation and talk about it and see if you'd be the right fit, because it would take, I'm looking for people that are going to be willing to commit to themselves. There will be time commitment. There will be an investment in yourself, because what I have learned from the past is when I have done beta programs before and have said, just come do it, help me develop this, and there's no charge, it's really easy for people to not participate. Like, oh, it didn't cost me anything, I'm not gonna do it, it's okay. And that isn't who I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone that's really that are really willing to commit to themselves. And also included in that will be a year-long membership to the online studio. So it's like anything and everything I'm doing is included in this 6-month coaching package thing. And this is all part of my umbrella programs, the SHE programs, the Shine, Heal, and Evolve programs. And so I'm super, super, super excited for this upcoming year because everything's just starting to come together. So exciting. So that's all I know. It is 8:01.
I need to go. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kim. That was awesome.
It was awesome. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much for joining me for this super special winter solstice celebration with Yoga Nidra, essential oils, all the stuff, all the goods. And it's been a great night, and I'm just so super excited about the upcoming year and using this energy of new beginnings from not only we're still in the new moon energy, the waxing moon, we've got the winter solstice moving into that season of emergence, we've got the great conjunction with Jupiter and Saturn, and the mutation moving from earth to air, and moving into that age of Aquarius, just all this cool stuff. It's so exciting. So thank you. You have a wonderful 2021, and we will see you soon.